United boys. Today we are with Hydra, and Manchester United have finally submitted a new bid for Bryan Mbeumo worth £70 million. Hydra, what do you think about this?
Yes, so it's 65 million and then 5 million in add-ons. I think it's a fair price because if you look at players like Antony Adueke and all, it's like around the 55 million mark, which is fair for them. But I think for Mbeumo, 70 million is a very, very much fair price point. I think he'll do well.
All right. So David Ornstein yesterday evening had put the post out that Manchester United bid to sign Bryan Mbeumo from Brentford, new offer for 26-year-old forward with £65 million plus fixed 5 million add-ons. And well, Brentford's response, United are waiting for it. We also got to know that the 5 million add-ons in Manchester United's offer for Bryan Mbeumo are not easily attainable and are dependent on team success, including qualifying for the Champions League. What do you think about this?
I mean, it's fine, I guess. I mean, I don't know if we're going to make it into the Champions League next season, but I think we have to try to convince them to sell us Mbeumo for a price that is like not too expensive. I think the 5 million add-ons it does well for us.
I mean, see, to be honest, we will most probably qualify into the Champions League within the next 2 seasons. So it's not that, tough or an unbelievable add-on. Like within the next
Yeah,
two
but if you look
seasons, we
at
will get
some
there.
teams like Liverpool, they've been signing Isak, Wirtz, and all the players. It's going to be very difficult for us.
I know it's going to be very difficult, but well, okay, Liverpool aside, Man City, well, I
I
don't know
mean,
about Man City. They
they've
look
spent
a
a lot, to
little
be
bit,
honest. They spent a lot.
yeah. But like even after the spendings, like they spent around 200 million on the winter transfer window last season, and still, I mean, it did kind of improve their season, but they were still shaky. So maybe Man City could have an off season. Newcastle, you never know.
But
Chelsea, I
I
think they
think
will have a good season.
Newcastle will do well because this has signed because they just signed Andy Langa too, and then so Isak, Anthony Langa, Bruno, all these players will do very well for them.
Fair enough, but you see, last time they went to Europe, they were underwhelming in their league matches. They finished, I think, seventh or sixth, maybe just above us. And this time again, they are in
True,
Europe, so
true.
maybe instead of they might finish outside the top four. That gives us a chance. Okay, not this season, but at least next season to finish in the top four. Well, I don't think we can catch Chelsea because they have too big of a squad to, get tired by
Exactly.
Champions League games and league games. I'm pretty sure Chelsea has more than like 40 players right now.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm hoping we sign one more player because signing just Wemo and Ateas is not enough.
No, we
We need to
definitely
sign more
will
players.
sign. Yeah, we definitely will sign another player. I think after signing Mbeumo or after finishing with Mbeumo, we are most likely to move towards a midfielder and then a
Yeah,
striker. I think
number
the
eight.
midfielder position is more prioritized than a striker right now.
Well, if we look at strikers, who is actually a realistic option for us? Who is it? No one for us.
Dusan Vlahovic?
No, he's not that good for it. I mean, like he's average, I guess. But I'd rather have Zirkzee instead of him.
Yeah, I mean, see, maybe if we could, sell Hojlund for 30, 35 mil or like send him on a loan. And looks like Vlahovic's contract is getting terminated this summer by Juventus. We could get him on a free.
Yeah, I mean, we could, but is he good for us? Will he be good for us? No, he won't. I doubt.
Fair enough, that's all right. Um, let's move on to what do you think about midfielders? Who do you think is a realistic option for us in midfield?
Realistically, if you'd ask me, I would say Edison, but I feel like he's too expensive for us.
Yeah, I
And
think
I think we
Atlanta's
could
has
go
like 60
for,
million.
yeah, uh, it's a lot. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Okay, just in case, if okay, Brentford it is going to be unbelievable if Brentford reject this offer. But in case they reject this offer and we walk away, who do you think is a good alternative for Mbeumo?
Eze, I mean, yeah, I think Eze. He's good, and I don't think he'll be as expensive as Mbeumo too.
No, I think Eze is also around the 60 million pound.
I doubt. I doubt. I don't think he'll be higher than 70 million.
Yeah, of course. But Eze was linked to Arsenal, no? Like, do you think he'll come to United?
Let's see. I mean, I have to first hope that this actually goes through.
Yeah.
Mbeumo bid, all that.
I mean, come on, 70 million is what they asked for, like from the start. So they should just accept it at this point.
Yeah, they
Like
should.
we
Otherwise, it's
spent more
not
than
good for them.
40 days negotiating.
Because if they don't accept this, I don't think they're going to have like the same offer next season as well. Because this thing's going to end next season contract.
Yeah,
So it'll
but
be probably sold around like 50 million then.
no,
So it'll
but
be a
there's
loss for them.
the option to, extend this contract by 1 year. So
Yeah, and that was for this season. Yeah,
no,
and they
no,
already extended his contract.
no, no. If they extend his contract, then it goes on until 2027.
No, no, wait. I'll just pull up the stuff for Mbeumo.
Yeah.
His contract is supposed to end after this season, but they decided to extend it until next season. So its
No,
contract actually
the
ends next season, not
no,
this
no.
season. Okay,
The
not
extension
the
is
season after
until
that.
2027. Okay,
Hold
while
on,
you look
please.
at that, let me talk about any other realistic Bryan Mbeumo replacements. Well, if no Mbeumo, then okay, like Hydra said, Eze. But if not Eze, and if we don't manage to get him, then a realistic option would be to, I mean, it is pretty late in the transfer window. They might just Ineos might just decide, or like Amarum might be okay with playing Antony for like 6 months, or getting maybe
I don't think he wants Anthony here. If I'm being honest,
Banner.
I don't think he wants.
Maybe yeah, maybe he might play Xerxes as the one of the inside forwards and bring you
Yeah,
know Vlahovic or some other striker who maybe isn't
honestly,
that good enough.
I'm excited for Xerxes because he's been doing well in training and all that stuff. So I want to see
And
like how he plays in the actual games.
that's good. About okay, yeah, I'll wait for you to get the Mbeumo thing. But after
Yeah, I
that,
think you're
let's
right.
just yeah,
It ends like next year, but then you have option to extend the contract by 1 year.
yeah. But if they do not accept an offer this summer and next summer they get another offer, they don't have the option to extend by 1 more year. So indefinitely there'll be only 1 year
Exactly.
left in his contract and they will have to sell him for like half the price, maybe 30 million.
Yeah, very cheap.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the tactical view. So we just imagine a front line with Xerxes, Mbeumo, and Cunha. I think
Yeah,
it will be perfect for Xerxes because these two are both inside forwards, and Xerxes can drop back, get the ball, link up with either Mbeumo or Cunha. And okay, Xerxes likes to link up a lot. We've seen that in the few games that he has had the opportunity to
exactly.
link up. His close control and like short passes are really good. He's amazing at dribbling, especially in the final third. So him linking up with Mbeumo or Cunha, who are amazing finishers and who are amazing at carrying the ball, it is going to be absolutely amazing.
Exactly. It could be something like Sadio Mane, Firmino, and Salah link up. Because Firmino didn't score so many goals. He was like that man who linked up Sadio Mane and Salah. So it could be like that.
Exactly. Well, the other option at striker, as it looks as of now, would be Hojlund. How do you think Hojlund would look with Mbeumo and Cunha on one side? Maybe might be like Xerxes will be used when he links up and you want to attack from the wings with Mbeumo and Cunha, and when you want to hold the defenders back, you want Hojlund because The defenders will be held back, and then Mbeumo and Konya will have more time on the ball to, either carry the ball inside or pass it on to the wing backs who can cross it in.
I think with Mbeumo, he'll have like a lot more chances to score. But I still don't think he's like quite ready for the striker role yet, because he's young, he's inexperienced, and he has no confidence remaining.
Yeah, well, let's see. Highland, I mean, he's still young. Maybe Amarim can mold him, like maybe just build his confidence a little bit during preseason. Because, I still
Yeah,
remember that post he made last summer of him, having a chicken, like a lamb on his hand and saying, I'm as hungry as this for the next season. And in the chat, you have
uh,
Ganacho saying it's going to be scary, but not for us. I just miss all of that. Imagine if he had actually, scored those goals. Like, see from where it went to where it was to where it came. I just hope that Highland can, get back this season. I'm a Highland supporter and well, just hope that, he can give us a good solid 20 goals this season. Not in the Prem, I mean overall all competitions.
exactly. All of us fans want him to perform, but the thing is, last season he was horrendous for us.
And
Like honestly,
the first season
it's
was
sad. Honestly,
pretty, yeah. The first season, although the Champions League games were amazing, but the start of the
yeah,
Prem
yeah,
wasn't that great. He got his first goal against Villa, like very late, probably in December or something. But after that, the way he started scoring he was amazing. There was a time where he scored around, I think, 7 goals in 6 games, and that was like you could see that he was really good and he had the confidence and he could do everything. And then he got injured, and when he came back, he was a little rough, but he did score a few goals. He scored against Newcastle, and he did play. He came on as a sub against City in the FA Cup final, and he did play a little well. So that was like, it gave us hope and it showed us that, there's a player here that, who could be an elite striker. But last season, we completely destroyed his confidence. I mean, see, at the start of the season, we gave him no service. It's not his fault. At the start of the season, where he got no service, he was just doing cardio on the field. Garnacho would never pass to him. Garnacho would do solo
exactly.
take-ons. And well,
He
the
shouldn't
ball
have
was
been
always
a
with
main
Garnacho.
striker, to be honest. He should have been a substitute, but sadly we didn't have anyone else to play, and
Yeah.
Rashford left, so it was him.
Well, going back to what I was saying, at the start of the season, we destroyed his confidence and his overall gameplay by not giving him chances and passes. And because of that lack of confidence, when we started giving him chances, he wasn't able to finish them off, or he wasn't able to, do it, like do the finishing and do the shooting properly. Like the one goal that probably was really good from him was his goal against Leicester, where, he got
Yeah,
a long ball
exactly.
from Bruno. He could run
All,
on to
yeah, all of his
the
other goals are just like very, like it's not good goals to watch. It feels
yeah,
like it just happened, like out of nowhere. It's not like it's something that he planned to do.
yeah. Well, just hope that Highland does way better this season, brings back all the joy at Old Trafford.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, anything else, Hydra? Anything else you want to say?
I think that's it for today.
Oh well, before we leave, let's talk about something. Let's talk about the GOAT. Let's talk about Antony. So United have recently raised their asking price from 20 to 30 million pounds to 50 million pounds after a lot of interest has been developed into him. And well, even Eric Ten Hag does an interview and there was an interview recently, and he told about Anthony that he has great quality. I signed him twice. Was like a son to me. Still is a son to me. We're not interested in him at the moment, but we'll see what happens in the future. So, well, Hydra, what do you think about um, Anthony's 50 million pound valuation? Do you think he's justified, and do you think there'll be people to buy him at that price?
I think obviously, yeah, there will be people like you want to buy him because he did well for Real Betis. He showed like how he can actually play with those like inside balls and all that stuff, which I think, yeah, like it's a lot for him since he had a very very bad season with us. But I think he proved what he could do with the Real Betis. and I think it's a fair price for him.
Fair enough. Let's see if the GOAT goes on to dazzle for other clubs. Let's see if he can really become the GOAT. Okay. Well, thank you,
Yeah,
and that's it
hopefully.
for today. We'll come back with a new video later on.
Thank you for having me. Yep.
Thank
Bye.